Some questions. Right. How do we go? Right. This is going to be interesting. I'm at Cleveland Police, and I got some questions to ask them about the pepper spraying incident. So I thought I'd better go live just to make sure I'm safe, so they don't arrest me and lock me up. And here we are, Cleveland Police. Yeah. Hi, I'd just like to find out some information.
Yeah.
And ask some questions about the pepper spraying incident on Saturday. Do you have any officers who were involved in the operation who might be able to answer some questions for me?
What incident was this?
This was the pepper spraying incident when the police officers sprayed pepper spray at the public,
Right.
Men, women and children.
Yeah.
I'm a citizen journalist, and so I just want to get some information.
Yeah, you won't get anything from here. You'll have to put it in writing and get somebody to speak to you from our corporate comms.
From where?
From our corporate communication unit. You'll have to speak
who's
to them.
that? Corporate communication.
Yeah, they're the people that deal with the press and everything like that.
How would I contact them?
You can either send a letter in, which is at St Mark's House, or you can ring 101 and ask to be put through to them.
Well, the thing is, I've done that many times, but I get no response.
Right, that's the channels
it just
you'll have
goes
to go
nowhere.
through. That's the channels you'll
Yes,
have
I
to
know,
go
but
through.
it's like, you're a real person. There's real human beings who are involved here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go through that nonsense because I never get any response.
But that's the only way that you're going to be able to get a response.
So it's like you're just completely blocking me completely.
I'm not. I'm just telling you the procedure.
I don't believe. I want to speak to someone face to face who will, anyone. There were like dozens of police involved in the operation.
Yeah.
There was Officer 947, can I speak to him? Or Officer 160T, or anyone involved.
I can't guarantee
or Ted Turner.
I can't guarantee they'll be on duty.
Yeah.
And at the moment, our job queue is through the roof. And they'll be out dealing it with. There's nobody in here at the moment.
Well, I'm a citizen journalist.
I understand that.
And I'm recording this.
At the moment, we have that many cases ongoing that we need our officers to go out and deal with.
Yeah.
So they haven't got time to come down and speak to you at the minute, and that's why we have to do this, and that's why we've got a unit that deal with all the press.
Right.
So if you're a journalist,
are none of them here now?
No, they don't work from here.
Where do they work from?
They work at our headquarters.
Where's that?
That's the one at Hemlington.
Hemlington.
Yeah, but you can't go in there.
Yeah.
You can go to the cafe at the bottom, but you won't be able to access anybody there.
So
Plus it's 10 to 4, so they'll be going home at 4 o'clock.
So I have to dial 101.
You'll have to dial 101
Yeah.
and speak to them and ask to be spoke to them that way. Or you can send a letter into St Mark's House, and then that'll get put through to them, and then they'll reply to you.
It's just, this is like, I feel like this is police tyranny because...
The only other way you could do it is if there's you can do it by online. It's called an SOH, which you can...
SOH.
An SOH, and you go on our website and you can do it online, put your request in, and it'll be put to that department, and then they can get back in touch with you, and then they might be able to organise a senior officer to speak to you face to face.
Right, okay. Were you aware that men, women and children were pepper sprayed on Saturday? I mean, there was no...
I wasn't at work and I don't read social media or anything like that,
there was no mention in the Gazette or anything like that. There was about like 80 people like on this Freedom March, and then it was just getting to the end, and there was about 30 or 40, and we were just walking past this, like, it was like a COVID, van advertising, whatever, and we missed it, but the driver came out and he was shouting wankers and stuff like that at us. And a couple of the lads went back and started, putting stickers on it. And within seconds, all the police were there. And someone who was not part of it, an actor, someone came out and took the keys and put it on the side. And then immediately the police came to tried to arrest him. and he went with them, and some of our guys, thinking he was with us, tried to pull him back, and that's when they started pepper spraying everyone.
Right.
So
the thing is, if some of your guys have tried to help him when he's getting arrested, that's it's like helping him resist the arrest. You shouldn't have got involved.
Well, it's obvious the guy was an actor. He's like Brigade 77.
Yeah.
He's some of the government agency that Cleveland Police have involved themselves with, and we've got it all on like live stream.
Yeah, it'll all be on our cameras as well.
Yeah. Why was there no mention of this in the press or anything?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's shame on the Cleveland Police for getting involved. I mean, why were you provoking just like freedom protesters? We just like walking.
I wasn't there.
And they had to come along and start pepper spraying us.
I wasn't there, so I can't comment on it. And like I've said, that's a procedure you'll have to go through on corporate comms.
Well, I want to speak to someone.
There is nobody here.
Right.
There's no one here to speak to. I've told you that. So we're just going round in circles. I've told you the procedure. There's a procedure. Just like if you would go to the bank, you want to speak to a bank manager, there's a procedure to be able to get an appointment to speak to a bank manager.
Yeah.
You go to a hospital, you don't walk in and see a consultant. There's a procedure. That's our procedure.
But can you see that the human beings are being sort of like blocked out of this? They're like, it's all going by AI, by computer.
Well, if you want to get to the bottom of it and you want some answers, go through the unit that is there dedicated to deal with it and who can answer the questions for you.
Okay, can you give me the names of some people I can speak to?
No, I don't have any names for anybody.
Okay, so
we don't give our names out. At the end of the day, you've got to understand where we work.
Well, there's the public people, though, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
There's Ted Turner. Can you give me the name whoever is the what is it called? The Resilient Cities Emergencies Officer. Who that person is?
I don't know.
Right. Okay. Right.
If you go through corporate comms, they can give you all the information that you need and that we are allowed to give out.
Well, I've got a lot of information already, but I need to give it in person. I need to, reference it. I need to have an interview person to person to explain exactly what happened.
So that's what I'm saying. So you need to go through. They deal with all the press. You're asking why it wasn't put in the press. They deal with the press.
Right.
Any release like that goes through them.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to give you this public liability notice.
I'm not taking any paperwork because of COVID. We don't touch paperwork. Not in
here.
Here. You've got to understand how much paperwork we get coming forward at the minute.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting myself at risk. So.
Right. But it's just paper.
Yeah, but you've touched it. Someone else could have touched it.
Right. Well, do you want to look at it? Right there. I'll put it there. You can see
I don't need to look at it. It's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Okay. It's just that it's just a lawful request that you take down all your social distancing notices and mask notices.
No, we don't need to.
Right. Okay. Thanks very much.
All right. Do you want to take that with you?
Thanks for your help.
Thanks.
Sorry, you don't give your name, do you?
I don't need to give my name.
You just how do I refer to you? You're just the desk officer. Yeah. All right then. Very disappointed, but okay. Bye. Well, another brick wall. So let me tell you what happened. Right on Saturday, we were at this peace, freedom march. And just at the end, when there was only about 30 or 40 people left, we walked past this COVID propaganda van with saying, COVID warning, blah, blah, blah. And we missed it. I didn't even notice it. I was right near the end. And the driver came out, shouting, "Wankers, blah, blah," something like that. And some of the lads noticed and went back and started sticker bombing the van. And the driver was being really animated. He came out, "What are you doing?" He came out of his van, which no one would do, and started. Chris Lipthorpe reporting for 3 Amigos Northeast, outside of Cleveland Police, if you can see it the right way around. And it was near the end of the march. Most of us had gone home by that time. But there was about 30 or 40, and so the police van man came out and started shouting and swearing, like, no one would do that, way beyond his sort of requirements. And at the same time, some other guy who had been, we'd never seen before, he was at the back of the protest. We didn't see him, we just presumed he was part of our Freedom March, ran into the van, he took the keys out of the van and then put them on a ledge, and within seconds police had arrived. He didn't run away or anything, and they tried to arrest him. They said, come here, and he just willingly went with them. I mean, if he was going to do an act like that, he would have had the confidence to know, right, he doesn't have to give his name, he doesn't have to go with them unless they've charged him with. So he went with. Now, and a couple of our guys presumed he was with us, and they were saying, hey, don't go with them, don't go there, whatever like that. So they went to try and pull him back. I mean, our guys have done this a few times. They've rescued a girl at Leeds the other week, rescued people everywhere who the police are trying to snatch. So the police arrived within seconds. By the way, all this time the lights were on red. A very long time the lights were on red, and then they immediately started pepper spraying everyone. Psst, 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 everyone. Women, children, and it was pretty horrific. It was pretty horrible what they were doing. So I've got all the information. It's pretty obvious that the van driver and the key snatcher were actors. Perhaps they're Brigade 77 or some other government department, but it was a pathetic operation. The acting was terrible, and whoever was responsible for that operation really deserves anyway, this has got to be heard. So there's been no apology, no news. Normally, because they didn't get any arrests. We supposedly arrested one person. Now, normally when you get an arrest, they'll publicise it. So why didn't they publicise this time? Because the guy was an actor. Because the guy was working for them, yeah? Cleveland Police. Right. Now, we don't want this kind of relationship with our police. We want to work with them, but it looks like now all freedom people have got to know that tactics have changed, and their job now is to try and provoke, and there'll always be, and they'll use actors as well. It's a game changer. We've got to do this. So I'll just have to go through the correct channels, but I don't think it'll get me anywhere. Right, thanks Maureen. Thanks Lisa. She isn't doing her job properly. Thanks Danny. Yeah. Right, what can I do? Any answers? Any questions? Can anyone help me? I'm feeling really disappointed. Listen to the questions that I wanted to ask, right, before they chased me out their car park. Look, we had all the officers here, got all the information. The questions I wanted to ask were, did this sting operation go, why did this sting operation go so badly wrong, and why were innocent women and children pepper sprayed in their face? Were actors involved, i.e. the van driver and the key stealer? Were they pepper spraying, why were they pepper spraying innocent children in the vicinity? Will there be an apology to the innocent children for this? What were the Cleveland Police hoping to achieve? I mean, did they think it was a success? I'd like to know what the media department got to say. Right. I want to know, was facial recognition software used? Phone identification? pre-crime software used. Yeah, right. And also, before everything happened, there was this officer here. The 947 came along, and he basically said to us, we're going to be reviewing CCTV, and if we think you've assaulted anybody or police officers, we'll be making arrangements to rescue them. ... Which is like, it sounds like they've got a script, and they're telling us what's about to happen in the script. It's, yeah, you know, maybe they all need to be actors. Maybe they need to be better trained actors. Maybe these police don't know how to play this new sort of asymmetrical warfare game that they've got them going. So, yeah. So, were the COVID billboard and driver, the guy who stole the tea, were they working with the police? What department were they from? Okay, these are all questions we need to know. Please let me know, and I'll report on this on Three Amigos Northeast on Tuesday, live. We'll get some more information, and we'll be taking this as far as we can with Cleveland Police. Okay, thanks. Bye.